Keep myself hydrated for this life. It is still light out. It is currently 9:02 p.m. where I'm at. So we've got roughly another 45-50 minutes of light, and then we'll build a bonfire. That's the plan. I say bonfire, it's more like a campfire. It's not going to be very big. Yeah, so I'm in Washington State, so I'm on Pacific time. Pluck, pluck, pluck. I am doing well, Morgan. I hope you are as well. I do have a YouTube. Link is in bio. Both my sister and I post videos on it. I'm south of you. I'm in the Olympia area. Good to see a fellow Washingtonian. Thanks, Allison. Welcome back, Ollie. I know it's like the one thing I enjoy upkeeping. I like to have fun nails all the time. Thanks, Judy. Yeah, and the birds will sing for a little bit longer, and then they'll quiet down as it gets dark. I don't go live outdoors in the winter when it's raining, so. Of course, Shay. Always gotta do the tingle train. I wonder if it just set automatically for your time. Because, yeah, I'm going to go till probably about 11, which would be 1 a.m. your time. For me, it is only 9:05. 9. Stipple, stipple, pluck, pluck. Let me get your thoughts unstuck. Bugs are crawling through your hair, whispers drifting through the air. Snip, snip, brush, brush. Let me add a little blush. Have a toasted coconut and let your eyes fall shut. Soft rain to melt your brain. Welcome to the Tingle Train. Is there like an official Stitch Day, Kylie? Or is that when you get the plushie? Let's take another ride on the Tingle Train. Stipple, stipple, pluck, pluck. Let me get your thoughts unstuck. Got it. Bugs are crawling through your hair. Whispers drifting through the air. Snip, snip, brush, brush. Let me add a little blush. Have a toasted coconut and let your eyes fall shut. I do, Allison. Soft rain to melt your brain. Welcome to the Tingle Train. Oh my gosh, Ethan. I hope you're all safe. Oh, I'm sorry, Bella. Are a lot of you experiencing lagging? It looks like the connection on my side is in green, which usually is a good sign, but things do happen. Oh gosh. If you're experiencing lag, then Bella, you might want to try reopening that. Nice. Now that makes sense. I didn't experiment 626. That makes sense why it's Stitch Day. I was like, is this like an official thing? Like there's just a Stitch Day. Dippy dippy dap. Only 9 here. And I did bring poems out tonight, Allison. I figure we'll read some once we get the fire going in about an hour or so. So right around 10 o'clock, I'm going to step away and let you just kind of gaze into the ambiance for a minute while I get the fire going. While I attempt to get the fire going. But it's been pretty warm here and everything's very dry, so I think we're going to have pretty good luck. Walmart always does. It's like a sleep shirt they sell. They sell different ones during the fall. And I love to get them. They're so cozy. I am in Washington State, Shay, you're right. Alright. And we always have to do the fan favorite. And this trigger is generally dedicated to Kylie. The hair brushing. Just brushing it. We got both sides covered, Carly. Washington State. No, we have the Cascade Mountain Range. I'm not very great with geography, but I know like the Tennessee, like that, more like that area is where the Appalachian Mountains are, I believe. You are summoned. 9 p.m. just after. Hello, Alex. I'm good. How are you? Good. Are you on the East Coast, Ethan? That might be why. Oh my gosh, 5:11. You're definitely way ahead of me. That's what, Australia time? Alright, let me just brush this hair out of the way. I'm going to be live for just under another 2 hours, like an hour and 45 minutes. Welcome in, Taylor. Alright, now we're just going to, hey, peasant, welcome in. Just brush out your hair a little bit. I actually did have a pair of pine cones close. When we do our outdoor lives on Friday and Saturday, I usually go around and tap on things. But I do like to keep a pair of pine cones close. Alright, now, what style were we thinking? Why don't we put your hair up in some space buns? Thank you, Heather, for the hand art. Thank you. We're just gonna tie that off there. Okay. Now we're gonna do the other side. Just pulling the hair up, and then we're just gonna tie it off there. Just gonna tighten those down and kind of poof them out a little bit. We always gotta get some face framing strands. Thank you for the finger hearts, Morgan. Alright. That's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna pull some out just a little bit more, just to kind of give them like a lift-in feel. Thank you for the finger hearts. What's up? Thank you. And thank you for the heartbeat, Morgan. Let's hope we don't get a raccoon out here like we did that one night. That still scared me. Alright, I think that's all good. I'm just gonna take these little pieces. I'm just gonna curl them for 3, 2, 1. Here we are. And we're gonna curl this one for 3, 2, 1. So I normally use a Blue Yeti for ASMR, but the last couple lives I've been using this, I think it's called a lavalier mic. It's like a lapel mic. So I don't have to cart around the Blue Yeti. I can just stick it to my shirt. Hi, bear. Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Does anyone remember that song? I think I just majorly aged myself, but actually I looked that up on YouTube like a month ago. I'm glad you all like, right? The gummy bear song. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like the quality of the mic. The only thing I have to adjust to is with the Yeti, I can actively listen as I'm recording, so I can hear the sounds that I produce and I can adjust accordingly. So if something's really obnoxious sounding, I can, at least obnoxious to me, I can adjust, but I can't live monitor the audio. So like, you know, if it's sitting over here just like rubbing against my shirt the whole time, I'm not gonna know. So this style, because I've got an undercut, is not going to look good with the middle part. But we can play around with it. Lucky for you, my hair is nice and clean. I just washed it. But this particular style, I don't think works really well. What I want to do next, though, is I'm kind of growing it out just a little bit more into like a bob. And then I want to, because my undercuts are not even, so I've got one a little lower and one higher, because I undercutted this one just to get some of the weight off, but I want to get it to where I can pull it back in a pony and have the undercuts be even. So we're adjusting it right now. And then this, we're going to grow this out just a little longer, because I like to curl it, and it's easier to curl if it's just a hair longer. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. I am in Washington State, where it is currently 9:18. The sun has just about set. We've got mountains back here, but it's pretty much set, so now we're in the tween time. It's very, very voluminous. It just got cleaned. Alright, what else do I have tonight for my bag of tricks? Of course, I brought a makeup brush. That would be, I'd like get my ASMR license taken away if I didn't bring out a makeup brush. Makeup brush, hairbrush, there's just some things that I'm required to have. Thanks, Judy. So, I'm actually going to order a different shampoo. Right now I'm using something I got from Walmart. What is it called? I can see the bottle. It was like one of those random brands at Walmart that I tried that was like pricier for Walmart. I'm blanking, and I just looked at the bottle earlier and thought to myself, is it like Cash or something? Hash, what is it? I don't know. It's got like healthy oils in it, supposedly. It's brown. Get off. Mosquito. It's brown, black, brown, and it's got different colored lids. What is it? It's not Heritage or Herbal Essence. What is it? And then it's got like the logo is like a do, and then the name. That was a bird. Oh my god, it's driving me nuts. It's supposed to be one of those like more all natural style ones. It's gonna drive me nuts now because you asked and I have no idea. I can't remember. I've got one that's got, my sister has one that has tea tree oil in it. I have one that's got, I don't know, some like almond oil or something that's good for your hair. Yeah, one just landed on me and I killed it. What is it? It's not OGX. I did try OGX, but I don't know. I ended up reading something, not an official article, that OGX wasn't all that great. I don't remember. I did try OGX and I didn't like it. No, but it's something like OGX where it's kind of like in that general section. What is that? Oh my god, that was a spider just flying through the air. Okay, I'm glad that didn't land on me. That sounds right. Hask sounds right. I think it's Hask. Yeah, where it's got like a uniform colored brown or black bottle, and then it's got like different colored lids for each of the... I think it's Hask. I think you got it, so that sounds right. But I might try... I think I'm looking at Redken right now because they have... I've heard a lot of good things about Redken, but I've never tried it. But my friend uses it, so it's a little bit of a pricier shampoo, but I'm like, I just want to try like one really nice shampoo. Thanks, GB. They're really putting on a show for you tonight. And it's pretty quiet since it's Sunday. I am Emma, hello. Thank you for the heartbeat, Maggie. Thank you. You are as well, Harper. I know it is really nice. I really like it too, like around this time, because I don't know, like it's extra quiet and still. This is like one of my favorite times to be out. It is night. We are slowly creeping into the night. And then we're just gonna stipple, 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 stipple. Alright. And then sadly, I left my big notebook that I usually use. Fair enough, depending where you are, it doesn't work. Luckily, where I live is in a quieter neighborhood. I probably won't. We'll have to see. I may not be able to do lives the 4th of July week because there are boating races that happen like not too far from here, and so you just hear nothing but boat engines, like loud boat engines. So we'll see. I should see what their schedule is. I might just have to go live like really late because they're loud. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mama. Are you not a fan of lip mouth sounds? Oh, thank you. Anyway, I drowned my other big notebook, so I brought out this little one because it has a nice cover to tap on. It's kind of like a hardcover notebook. And this is where I can put all of my bright ideas in. Right, it's so loud. And then we have this mermaid pen, which is a really cheap pen, which means it's got super scratchy writing sounds, which I love. Fair enough. Spit painting is one of those interesting triggers because most people either love it or hate it. I'm kind of ambivalent. I can see why it grosses people out, but I'm just like, meh. But I don't. If I had to pick, though, I don't like fast spit painting. But there's a couple artists on here who do like really slow spit painting. I like that okay. You just ignore like the glistening on the finger. You just ignore that. This is my ideas book. Oh yeah, welcome back, Maddie. I can can sometimes like fast and chaotic ASMR. I tend to like my ASMR slower, but I do like more chaotic when I want to focus. Like a lot of times that gets my focus, but if I want to relax and sleep, I like everything to be very slow. Very slow. Of course, Kylie. Generally starting at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we'll go live. And then on Sundays we go a little bit later. Okay, it's supposed to be hello. It kind of looks like help. For the right people, I like them. Honestly, my personal absolute favorite mouth sounds are the very natural ones. Some people, and I don't think I'm one of them, when they speak, have very natural, like, clicks from saliva. I know that sounds gross, but that's what it is. So, like, Latte ASMR has, like, a lot of natural clicks in her tones from that. So I really love mouth sounds like that. I like other intentional mouth sounds, like dry mouth sounds or wet mouth sounds, but I like the ones that are kind of like naturally part of someone's speech. There's something very relaxing about that to me. I am in Washington State, in the western part of the U.S. Let's see, I'm going to just draw, well, I already messed up. We're going to just go with it. We're just going to go. Yes. Love the clickiness. Thank you. And I can see why some people like those. I do like those too. That would probably be better than the bird I was attempting. I don't know what happened here. This bird looks like it maybe ran into, oh, we're going to make it a cardinal. There we go. We're going to say that's a cardinal. That'll be like its like crest. I don't know how to draw a bird crest. But you know what I'm talking about. We're just going to give him a little mohawk. And then there's like an attempt at a wing. Let's see, what is that? That's some kind of bill there, and then maybe he's got a little eye. Okay, what is that? That is a bug. This is a very scary looking. I think it kind of turned into like a cockatoo, but that's okay. I don't know, some kind of bird. He's got little legs there and some type of tail, or rather, I don't know. Let's see, we're gonna just, what am I gonna draw? I was gonna attempt to draw like a little ladybug, I think. Is that looking ladybug? Yes. It was supposed to say hello, but it does look like help. It's supposed to say hello. I thought it kind of looked like help too. I promise this is not a low-key cry for help. I'm gonna do, I think, what, butterflies have like ladybugs, that's what I'm trying. They have like 6. Yeah, GB. Then they've got like, I don't know, do they have eyes? I'm sure they see somehow. Does that kind of do they have like little antennae? I don't remember. It's been a long time. That looks like a pretty good ladybug. We'll come back to some more drawing, but here are the nails. I'm actually due for a fill this coming week. I got them orange with kind of like a goldish pink chrome on them. And I already know what color I want to get for 4th of July. There's the salon I go to has one like really pretty, like light. It's like a sky blue, but it's super shimmery. And I always love it for 4th of July because it's like a shimmery blue and it always makes me think of like summer days and fireworks. Oh, thanks, Rachel. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, Leo. It's almond now. I normally get them more stiletto, but they do like wear down after a while. So I normally like them to be a little bit on the pointier side, but I also can't get them super long because of the type of work I do. So they end up kind of by the end of the 2 weeks, end up more of an almond shape. Walmart. All right, well, there's our funny cockatoo over there. Let's see. I have GB. When I was little, I was lucky enough to have a horse. The funny thing is, this is going to sound really bad, but as an adult, I don't want to do it. I got in a pretty bad horseback riding accident when I was younger and broke my ankle, so I'm very much over that as an adult. They're amazing. They're amazing animals, but I guess we can try and draw a horse head. Let's see. Attempt. Thanks for the hand art, Maggie. Hi, welcome back, Taylor. Is this like a boyfriend? Or like a friend who happens to be a boy? That's okay, Kylie. I'll just whisper your name 3 times like Beetlejuice when we go to do hair stuff. Thank you so much, Maggie. I appreciate you. Hello. Okay, I was working on attempting to draw a horse, and this is not going well. I should stop talking and that'll help. We're going to try that again. I know, isn't Beetlejuice great? It's just one of those classics. Okay, I always try and draw like an Arabian because they have like a little dish. Okay, and then lip. A little bit better. And there's just like the jaw, kind of. The jaw, here's their nose. Oh, fair enough, Taylor, fair enough. I was just being nosy. This is like a little mouth. Okay, make the jaw very round. Yeah, you can tell that this is not my skill set at all. Oh, well, okay, what is right here on my head? Like, we're just going for it. Or just no idea what I'm doing. That doesn't look like the right ear either. Okay. You know, close enough. Some type of eyeball. It's a wide-eyed horse. This horse looks like it's very much over you. There's like, let's see, there's like a neck. Something. Oh my gosh, okay. And then it's got, you know, the forelock here. Ooh, it's like spirit waving in the wind. And then, you know, a mane doing very main things. Close enough. That, I think the jaw needs to be like way down here, but what is biting me? It's like the tiniest little bug. Going on an airplane, you can always take, you know, something like Dramamine if you're worried about being nauseous. I know, doesn't he? It's either scared or like very much over you. Pop your ears frequently. At least I have to. I have to constantly equalize my ears on a plane. Noise canceling headphones if you have them. Something like that. A neck pillow if you want to sleep. Compression socks if it's a long flight. There's a lot of things you could get for an airplane. Very much jazz. Look at that little... Alright, we're going to pause on the drawing and do just a bit more hair. Tapping is probably one of my tippy top favorites. That, and then watching like real personal attentions, like watching people get massages, watching like light touch videos with people, all of those. You know what? I haven't actually had drinks on a plane because I always worry about because I get car sick. I've never gotten plane sick, but I'm always too scared to imbibe alcohol on a plane. But for some reason, apple juice tastes really good on a plane. I always get apple juice for some reason. Yes, it's so good. By the way, Kylie. And some people do, Kylie. I have a tendency to get car sick really bad, but I haven't gotten plane sick yet. Right, Amelia? It totally does. It's like so much better. I keep feeling like there's bugs on me right now. Yeah, I agree, Ollie. It's like getting through everything before getting on the plane that's like the worst. Usually it's okay when you're on the plane. But that, hopefully you nap really nicely after that, Maddie. It's like just conk out after. How long is the flight? I forgot who asked this question. I don't know if you're still here, whoever asked about the flight. How long is the first flight you're taking? 5 hours? Okay. Isaiah, that's a decently long flight. So, yeah, I would say try and use the bathroom beforehand because plane bathrooms are like this big. Yeah, and just plan for comfort. Bring snacks. They'll feed you usually on a 5-hour flight, even if it's just peanuts. But you do live, Akira. Welcome back. Oh yeah, because are you in Florida? I might be getting you confused with Asia. But you mentioned you had that long drive. I know, you're both finally in the same live again. Oh, Isaiah's going to Florida too. Yeah, that's what I thought. Massachusetts. No, not you, Akira. Taylor just drove. Okay, you were coming back. No, Taylor was she was talking about she was in the car for 17 hours, and I remember. No, it's okay. I've almost gotten where you live. Almost. I still sometimes forget. Allie lives in Florida. Sounds like there's people headed your way to enjoy some of that Florida sunshine. I know, GB, I bet it's really nice in Florida too. Isn't it like a thing, though, that in Florida that it rains like every day without fail? Isn't that just how some of that East Coast weather works? Fair enough, alright. I don't have a terrible fear of flying. I do not like turbulence, though. Not at all. I've been very fortunate that I've never flown through like heavy turbulence, but I don't like a bump. I don't like a rock. Nothing. But my sister is super calm about that stuff. And anytime I start to get nervous, she reminds me, she's like, are the flight attendants panicking? Then you don't need to panic. If the flight attendants start panicking, then you can panic. 9:43. Rain on the beach is cool. What do you think would help? Should we do some face brushing, Taylor? I don't have any tape, which might be too harsh anyway. In the meantime, just gonna curl some of your hair real quick. Hi, Bryn. Welcome in. I know. Do you have, I don't know what the word is, but do you get recurring migraines pretty often? Thanks. I will definitely do some brushing, Tally, don't worry. Oh, I'm sorry, that's really rough. Welcome in, Alphabet. Wait, Kylie, I missed the D. What's the D? Oh, got it. I saw Instagram D, got it. And then we're just gonna pull out. Honestly, kudos to you. I'm guessing your phone light. Yeah, we were doing a little bit of hair brushing and hair curling. I'm guessing, Taylor, you probably have your phone light turned all the way down. I get super light sensitive. Oh, what book did he buy you, Kylie? Yeah, dark girl. We're just gonna brush that migraine of yours away. Just imagine this gentle touch. Thank you for the time, Tally, and the roses. Oh, that's what you meant about the rain. A gift rain. Thanks, Tally. Thank you for all the gifts. Oh my gosh, The Court of Thorns and Roses is very good. Well, I really liked it. Have you read that author before? Thanks again for all the gifts, Tally. Anyway, it's good. I didn't fully finish the series, but I will say definitely make it to at least book 2. I think you'll like it, but book 2 is where it starts to get really interesting. Well, the same author who does A Court of Thorn and Roses also does a Throne of Glass series, and I love that series. That is a really good series. I have read that entire series plus like the extra books. Oh my gosh, I love reading so much. I don't know if I could have a favorite because it depends on what mood I'm in. I definitely like, personally, my favorite type of book is like a strong female character. I love to read about those. And with like a lot of like growth and development and like learning about her own power and stuff like that. I love those books. I know, right? Oh, Azrael likes horror stories. You know, I have to ask, and I don't mean this in a condescending manner at all, but do you not get nightmares? Like if I watch a horror movie, I get terrible nightmares, so I feel like I'm too scared to read horror stories, because then I dream about them. Yeah, and I like that too. I do like to be emotionally raw with books and cry. Yeah, my sister doesn't like to read. She is very much into movies. Fair enough. I think some people just like that adrenaline more than I do. I get so scared when I get nightmares. Luckily, I don't have them often, but yeah, true crime doesn't. So, GB, you and I might have the same problem. Are you more scared by like entities or like things that are not in the real world? Like serial killer movies don't scare me, because I feel like I could potentially survive like a real person, whereas like some of the supernatural stuff, like The Nun, I'm like, most everybody dies. My odds are terrible, and that's what scares me. See, that's the thing. It's like, it's that inability to potentially survive, or like Final Destination, because like nobody makes it. I could handle potentially a serial killer. Like my odds are solid. Against like a creepy ring girl crawling out of my TV, not so much. I don't even know what my first move would be. Saw's not terrible. It just kind of freaks me out because it's more on the gruesome side. So like it gives me like chills and stuff like that, like in a bad way, not good chills, but. And I think Saw, probably more than anything, has made me paranoid of people. I'm like, there's somebody out there who thought of all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, isn't it? Don't you feel like that when people offer you food? It's like super stranger danger. All right, everyone, I'm going to take a quick break and go start the fire. So I'm going to just kind of leave you in the darkness by yourself, but you're all safe and warm and together, so there's no need to be afraid. And you're just going to hear me fiddling over here trying to get a fire going, and then we'll reorient around the fire. So I'm just going to unclip myself here. It's a good time because it's starting to get a little chilly. I'm just going to put you right there. Alright, I'll be back. have success, so I'm going to slowly just get stuff packed up, and we're going to relocate around the fire. Hopefully you can all hear that okay. Good night, GB. Alright, I might set you a little bit farther back, so I don't have to quite lean super far. Yeah, this fire got started a lot quicker than the last time we tried to do this. Alright, well there is our fire. Nice and roaring. Alright. Now I think we'll do a little bit of reading some poetry by the fire. So I have this newer poetry book and it's titled Talking to the Wild by Becky Hemsley. And this book is a little interesting because it doesn't have page numbers. So usually how we do poetry readings is I'll have people pick page numbers and we'll read the poem off of the page number. But how we've been doing this is usually I'll pick somebody in the chat and I'll just tell them to say stop. And whatever poem we fall on is the one we'll do. So this one doesn't have page numbers, Melvin, but if you just want to type stop into the chat, I'll stop at whatever page when I first see it. Oh. I marked yours, Kylie. Alright, so we have two. It's alright, Melvin. Okay, so we've got two, and then Kylie, tell me right or left, because we ended up in between chapters. So, do you want me to go left or right, Kylie? And then I've got yours, Patricine. I've got yours right here, so we'll do yours. Okay, and then right. Okay. So, we'll start with Kylie's and then we'll do Patricine. So, she sets these up that you have like a little bit of wisdom on one page and then the actual poem on the other. So, this wisdom is that, and this is very valid to what we were talking about a bit ago, books can take us anywhere in the universe. In fact, they can take us to places that don't even exist. That is true magic. And this poem is called A New Chapter. She asked him how he'd done it, how he'd built marshmallow towns, how he'd met a little poor boy who was destined for the crown. She asked him how he knew about the language fairies speak, and how he'd caught a shooting star that now was his to keep. Yes, it is. She asked him how he'd touched the clouds without a pair of wings, and how he'd heard the music of a chestnut tree that sings. She asked him how he'd swum right to the bottom of the sea, and how he'd watched a mountain cry and heard the sunshine speak. She found it all a mystery. She breathed the air he breathed, but he breathed out tales of distant lands and things she'd never seen. And she saw a world of wonder when she looked up close at him, and when he spoke, his words flowed like a poem on the wind. He told her that it hadn't been some wings that helped him fly, and it hadn't been a net he'd used to catch things from the sky. It wasn't maps that led him to a chest of buried gold, and it hadn't been a ship that sailed him halfway around the world. It wasn't bricks he'd used to build a castle in the sky, for he told her he had lived all of these wonders in his mind, and he told her she could do it too, for reading's all it took, and she'd open up her world if she just opened up a book. I like that one. And that was A New Chapter. And it's interesting because we did this a couple nights ago, and that was one poem we got. And this one we're about to read is actually another poem we got that night too. But it was very pretty. So the wisdom is, if your best argument is the other side's weakness, What does that say about your strength? And this poem is called The Sand and the Snow. One year in late December, the desert met the snow, and she had to shield her eyes against the glistening, pure white glow. The sight unnerved her greatly as her breath caught on the air, for she'd never seen a girl like this, with snowflakes in her hair. She felt a little threatened, for how could they both exist? How could there be the room on earth for total opposites? So she told Snow she was far too cold and hard to walk upon, and that friends would lose their fingers if they sat with her too long. But Snow said not to worry, for her friends all came prepared. See, she made sure they all knew the gloves and coats and boots to wear. Yet Sand said they'd still perish in the blizzards and the storms, for amidst the freezing temperatures, no coat could keep them warm. So Snow showed her a shelter that was freezing cold to touch, but inside it gave protection when the weather got too much. Sand argued it was bleak here, and so stark and ugly too. She could scarcely feel the sunshine in the sky of icy blue. Then Snow walked up the mountain with Sand following behind, and she radiated beauty as the sun began to rise. And Sand just kept on talking till there were no more words to say, until all her criticisms had been melted clean away. Snow had rightly proved herself, and proud and tall she'd stand, for she'd done it without saying a single word against the sand. So that poem's talking about how you can still be true to yourself without bringing others down. I'm trying to find my brush here, and I'm having a heck of a time. I have found everything but my brush. What the heck? Just enjoy the rustling sounds. There we go. Alright. Let's do another poem. If I could have someone in the chat type stop. There's one. Got one poem. I'm just going to see if anyone else does it. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we'll do 3 more. Oh no. I read it though. It was, there we go. Okay. This is the one Kylie stepped on, and then Nick, and exclamation point, question mark. So this one is titled Burning Bridges, and the wisdom is that you'll find that sooner or later there are bridges you no longer need to cross. Okay, it was Butterfly, and then The Wolf in the Willow. Okay. She stood upon her bridge and watched the water flow beneath, and a voice inside her head explained that life was like this stream. It told her certain things in life are never meant to last, and their destinies to flow towards the ocean of our past. It said that clinging on to these would tire and exhaust her, that the current meant she'd fight a losing battle with the water. But then she told the voice of times the stream had quenched her thirst, or had cooled her in the summer heat, and carried things to her. The voice said yes, that there were times the stream had cooled and quenched, but there were also times it flooded her and left her drowned and drenched. She knew the voice was right, and that she had to let it go, that she'd spent so long upon her bridge, watching the stream below. So the voice produced a box, and clean against it struck a match, and she watched it spark to life, and saw the tiny fire dance. And as the dance grew brighter then, she tossed it to the ground, and as she bid a bittersweet farewell, she watched the bridge burn down. So that one's talking about letting things go, and how it can be, I looked right into the smoke, and how it can be very freeing to do so. Alright, and then we had the butterfly. Here we go. Welcome back, Isaiah. Alright, this poem is called The Butterfly, and the wisdom is, butterfly kisses are my favorite, so gentle and intimate. The butterfly. Trade me a memory, the butterfly said, a memory that's heavy and harsh, and I'll sit and I'll listen and try my sweet best to lighten the load on your heart. So he told her of struggles, of heartache and pain, and he cried as he spoke them aloud. For it wasn't one memory, but lots of the same, that were, all of them, weighing him down. He spoke of a place filled with darkness and fear, a tunnel devoid of all hope. Then the spots on her wings stiffly captured his tears, and softly and gently she spoke. Thanks for the memories, she said with a smile. Then she gave him a butterfly kiss. Then she drew a deep breath as she wistfully sighed, and then traded her memory for his. I've always been me, but not always like this. There was once when I thought I had died. I was shrouded in darkness till I grew my wings. See, I needed the darkness to fly. Oh, I really liked that one. That was very pretty. There's a spider crawling up my ring light right now, just hanging out. I'm going to have to remember that one, the butterfly. I liked it. And then the last poem we had was, I think it was called The Wolf and the Willow. Yes, The Wolf and the Willow. And the wisdom is, to be understood is to be truly seen. I'll tell you all a story of an animal and a tree, a wild and weeping willow who was gentle as could be, and a wolf cub who was known throughout the woods in which he lived for the anger and aggression and the hate that haunted him. See, one night when the moon was full, the wolf cub, all alone, ran full speed through the forest till he reached the willow's home. He clawed and mauled her branches, and he growled an angry song. But she'd heard about this wolf cub, so she asked him what was wrong. And with narrowed eyes he bared his teeth, and then threw back his head. But the words he meant to howl were not the words he actually said. His howling spoke of longing, of regret and jealousy. He told her, "I am not enough. I hate that I am me." He roared out in frustration, and his howls were loud with grief, and the noise grew even louder as his crying brought relief. He told her he was terrified, that he was feeling trapped, and she realized howling at the moon was his way to react. When the howling slowly faded and his beating chest grew still, then he closed his mouth and looked down, and his eyes began to fill. They say I can't belong here, that I'm just too full of hate, running angry and confused toward a lost and lonely fate. You're not, the willow told him. You don't have to be alone. Then she stood in peaceful silence till he realized he was home. And the willow's gentle branches then embraced the young wolf cub. You're not full of hate, she whispered. You've just been so drained of love. That one was pretty too. So we've been reading out of Talking to the Wild. To the Wild by Becky Hemsley. It says, the bedtime stories we never knew we needed. A poetry collection. Let's see. I think I'm going to need to add a log to the fire here. Propped you down just a little too much. There we go. Okay, I gotta shift and stretch my legs out. Let's see, can I back you up just a hair? There we go. They're $5. So for a TikTok video request, 1 minute is $3 and 3 minutes is $5. Isaiah, my night's going really well. Overall, it was a really good day. I had a very good day at work today. I work on the weekends, and it was very good, like high energy day, and now I get to hang out with all of you in the backyard around a campfire, so I'm having a pretty good day. I hope you all are too. I hope you glean some comfort and relaxation from sitting by the fireside with me. Yeah, this little spider has just made my ring light his home. And I have to remember to put him back. I work at a state park here in Washington. And I got to work the customer service aspect of it today. Look, let's see. I'm just going to grab his web. Let's see if I can pull him into your vision. His web keeps stretching. There he is. Can you see him? Just dangling right there. I've got his web right now. Whoop. Okay. Just gonna put you there, fella. Yeah, I enjoy the work that I do, and yeah, everyone was just having a good time today. So customer service can always be hit or miss, but I will say customer service in a park where people come to like have fun tends to be a lot different than customer service, like in retail or in a restaurant, for example. Thank you all for 10,000 likes, by the way. Alright, I'm gonna have to shift something. Oh, I'm just gonna lean back for a second. I'm like super leaning forward and it's starting to kill my back. Here, I might bring you over here, like a lot closer to me. Thanks for the bear. Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm a moving, grooving, singing gummy bear. I don't actually know all the lyrics to it. I just remember the beat. Thank you. Okay, this is more comfortable because I can sit back and not lean forward as much. Alright, let's see. I did bring our little wooden candle lid to tap on. Yeah, it depends for YouTube how long you want the video. Oh my god, we have a conversion for it. I think it's like 1.6 times whatever the minutes requests are, but there's like math. I think whatever time you're looking for, multiply that by 1.6, and that's the amount. Oh, it's just a gift goal. I don't know. We can do a trigger switch, or if there's something in particular you want to see. Oh, thank you for the little crown. Yeah, we can do it like trigger requests if you want. Yeah, I totally understand. Thanks again for the crown. It looks like your name's like reverse question mark, so was there a particular trigger? I don't have a lot of triggers out here with me, but we can try. If there's a particular one you wanted to see. I've been on for about an hour and a half now. Yeah, we can do that. Then here, I'll reset the goal here. There we go. Thank you for all the roses, Ava. You know, mine does pretty good, Julia. Just gonna tuck you into the fire. Thanks, Lily. I also do have lights. Would you like that kind of visual trigger? Question mark. I did bring out some lights, and since it's dark enough, we could probably use them. me grab my lights. Luckily, they were both roughly in the same place. So I'm actually going to turn off my ring light because I like to do lights in the dark. And we've got some light from the campfire here, so. Okay, lights are going to go out in 3, 2, 1. There we are. This is a vibe. I like this. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and introduce a pen light here. I just want you to kind of follow it, just kind of in a relaxed manner. I don't need you to be hyper-focused on it just yet. You have been summoned, Akira. Just kind of note the light as it bobs around in the darkness. And how you get these lovely little rays around the light. Wonderful, wonderful. Now I want you to follow it a little bit more actively. Give all your attention to this little light here. Just follow it as it moves across your screen, as it moves close and far. Kind of looks like a little floating ghost, doesn't it? Yes. Good, good, good. And then I want you to tell me, what shape is it making in front of your face? What shape? All right. And now, what shape is it making? Well done, Kenna. Thank you. Now, what shape? Well done, well done. Well done, everyone. Thank you, Holly and Kenna. And try. Oh, hold on. Pause. Smoke directly in the eye. Oh. Blow elsewhere. You know, one of these days I'll have to do s'mores. I haven't yet, and I really should. Alright, now I'm going to switch to a different light. This is a fun little light because it likes to bounce and spin. And I want you to focus on that little flower in the center. See if you can count those petals. How many petals do you think this flower has? See if you can count them as it bounces across your screen. I think some of you may be right. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 petals around a center. 9 dots in total. Well done. Well done. Now I'm going to switch back to the other light. And I want you to imagine, with your eyes closed, that you're driving in a car. Oh, that smoke. Sorry. The smoke's right in the eyeball. Wind blow a different direction. Whew. Oh my gosh. Very bright. Okay. Anyway. I'm like tearing up right now. The smoke. So, imagine that you're riding along in a car and someone you trust very much is driving the vehicle. So you feel safe and relaxed. You don't have any worries or anxiety at this time. And you just distantly know. Oh my God, I'm sorry. That is a big spider that just showed up. Oh my God, okay. Oh, that is a big spider on my ring light. It's not that big, but it is big compared to the other one that was here earlier. Hello, friend. Okay, just stay there. Oh, sorry, okay. Anyway. You have no anxiety. There is no spider. Don't you worry. I'm apparently hypnotizing all of the spiders out here as well. And you are just remembering the wonderful campfire you had with all your friends. Oh, okay, okay, that's a fast little bugger. Hold on, I gotta deal with this. The lights are gonna come on in 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, sorry, this one's fast, and that's a little too much for me to handle right now. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just pick the whole thing up, and I'm gonna see if I can knock him to the ground. Oh, okay. Okay. Get out. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we got him off. Okay. Oh, I got you in time. Sorry. Anyway, sorry for that pause, but that was like a very fast moving, and when they move that fast, I get a little nervous. I don't like them to move fast. They need to be slow. I'm really good with most wildlife, and I'm not somebody who naturally... No, I didn't smush him. I just knocked him onto a log. He made it, and he darted off, and I took a minute to remove his friend, the cute small one that was here earlier too. No, I try not to smush him, especially if he's just doing his stuff. I'm the one invading his space, but yeah, I don't like fast spiders. That does wig me out a little bit. They should be like slow and just hang out and build webs. Fascinating little engineers, but the moment they start like Daytona racing is when I get freaked out. Anyway. Might have lost the car ride mood. Sorry about that. Anyway, you enjoyed some really awesome s'mores with your friends. You were dreaming about that in the car ride. You got safely back to your destination, and your friend gently awoke you with a loving tap. I'm in the backyard, and we do have woods in the backyard. But I am using a fire pit that is on stone, and we're surrounded by grass, so we don't have to worry about a but a fire. Creating a forest fire, I guess, if that was a concern. More like a boop. Just a boop on the nose to wake him up. See, that's nice of you. I like to awaken people in my car by slamming on my brakes. So people awake in a panic. That's the kind of friend I am. All right. Let's see. I know somebody had mentioned. Oh, my nose. Inaudible whispering earlier. This is going to be a little bit harder because I can't hear myself, but I'll just whisper what I think would be a little bit more of an inaudible whispering. And I think this roughly should be. It's going to be audible, but it might be unintelligible, which is what I wanted. Just want you to hear the clicks and the pitches of the words, but not really be able to make out exactly what I'm saying. So. See, and this is the point where I start hearing rustling in the woods. Hopefully it is just a bird or a cat. I'm not very far. The back door is like 20 feet from me, so. Honestly, the scariest thing that would probably wander into the backyard would either be Bigfoot or a coyote. I'm very pleased with how easy this fire was to start today. You know, the coyotes here are pretty shy as far as I can tell. I've only ever seen them in my vehicle. I've never seen them running around, so. And most animals don't like to come near a burning fire, so. I know, isn't it awesome, Emma? So I feel a little safe around a campfire. Okay, I wonder if you guys could see the stars. I think I'm going to turn the lights out again, and I'm going to tip you up to see. So now we're in the dark together. I'm going to pull you off of my ring light here. I don't think the front camera quality can make out any stars. We've got a couple shining. And this is our fire right here. It's burning very nicely. I don't know if you can see the moon peeking through the trees over there. Just ever so slightly. A favorite constellation? I don't know that I do. Mostly because I'm not very good at recognizing them. The only one I was able to somewhat successfully identify was the Big Dipper, so that would be my favorite, but only for the sheer fact that I can find it. Oh, how do you, is it said, oh God. I know I'm going to say that wrong. I'm trying to remember. Is it Cassiopeia or like Cassiope? I don't remember how to say that. Oh, that was a little ember that just floated by. I just like how that word sounds, though. Cassiopeia? Okay. I think I was thinking of, is it Calliope? That's the one I always used to mess up. Like when I was a kid, I thought it was Calliope, and it's Calliope. Got a little bit of blue flame happening right there. Oh no, we can do some more. The question is, do you want me to turn the light back on or just kind of do your hair here in the dark? I don't know how much it's a visual trigger. Or I could just brush my hands. Light. Okay. That answers that question. Okay. Light is coming back on everyone in 3, 2, 1. I might turn it down. I think I have the light turned up kind of high. Let me see if I can turn it down. Let's see. Nope, that's as low as it is. And what is touching my eyebrow? It's my own hair. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that still. Yeah, and something like that is never gonna get easier. You just kind of become a little bit more numb to it. Yeah. My biological father passed from lung cancer when I was 11. It's an old wound now, but the hardest thing about being alongside someone with a terminal illness is just the waiting, you know. And it's not that you're necessarily waiting for someone to pass, but you're waiting for someone to, I guess, be at peace and not be in pain anymore. And what you may find is that you'll feel relief when it does. And a lot of times that brings on strong feelings of guilt. But the relief comes in the fact that you are not having to witness someone in pain. So, it won't ever get easier, but I just hope you don't suffer through a lot of the guilt like I did. Yeah, Macy, we could definitely do some tapping. But big hugs to you, girl. Brushing your hair off to the side here. Let me just get some of those wispy pieces out of your face. I'm glad you're enjoying, Nikki. I really like these lives too. Yeah, we'll get your hair up in a bun. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do like a kind of a low bun style. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put it into a pony, and then we're gonna tuck it in on the back into a bun, and we're gonna put a couple clips right on top. I know, I'm gonna have to get stuff for s'mores. So just gathering your hair at the back of your neck. And then we're just gonna tie it off. And then again, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna loosen the hair right at the back of your neck, and we're gonna tuck the ponytail into it. So it kind of creates like a folded bun on the back. And then you can clip like flowers or cute hair clips over it, and it looks really cute. So I'm just gonna reach back here and just part the hair a bit, and then we're gonna flip that ponytail in and just tuck it into the bun. And then I just have to pin it in a couple places just to keep it in place. And then I have this really pretty pearl clip here that I'm going to just clip right on the back, just right like so. Just going to tweak it into place. And then I'm just going to pull at the hair on your crown just to kind of loosen the look a little bit. And we are going to pull some face framing strands out right around your face. And I am going to take a moment just to curl those, give them a little bit of bounce and texture. So we're going to wait. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Emma. And 3, 2, 1. Perfect. No, I don't think you did, Kylie. What nickname did he give you? Oh, that's so cute. And it totally fits with your ocean vibes. Pearl. Well, and the pearl hair clip was just perfect for you, wasn't it? I'll scratch. Alright, and then I want to do some tapping on the notebook. Welcome back. This has a nice, crisp sound to it. I'll be on for about another 10 minutes. a little bit of slow face scratching next. I enjoy slow tapping so much, I could do this forever. So I only got the one live posted. Pretty much every live Jess and I have done this week has ended up corrupted, so there's not any new lives right now. And most of them were corrupted pretty early, like 10 minutes in. So what can sometimes happen when we're recording lives is something will interrupt. Like if we pause the live, or if I accidentally like hit something, it'll pause the video, but the audio will continue, so they become unsynced. I know. Yeah. And then we'll do some slow face scratching. You'll have to come back and see again, Riley. I do always try and post live events so you can see when we'll be live, and I do have our live schedule in our bio. So hopefully we'll see you back. Good night, Kylie. Good night. Sweet dreams. You're welcome. Sorry, I have an itch I have to scratch. Now, just gonna scratch and dab directly on the screen a little bit. Yeah, I've done some itch scratching ASMR before. Sometimes it's in your hair, just scratching, and then that usually makes my head itch, so I have to scratch my, what is that? My head, and then I come back. Yes, Riley, on YouTube, we have a lot of original YouTube content, but I also post all of the lives. And this is, I think, at least our third Bonfire live, and I will be posting this recording to YouTube. Fingers crossed that the audio didn't get unsynced. I mean, if you guys are not actively watching it, I can still post those lives if you're more listening, because if you're listening, it sounds fine. That's what I'm saying. See, watching somebody scratch and talk about how itchy your head must be tends to make your hair itchy then. Oh gosh, do you see that smoke? It burns the eyes. Go away. And that was my stomach that just gave the loudest rumble ever. Go away, go away, go away, smoke. I am outside. I'm in the backyard. see my breath. And we are at a little campfire right now. They can be chaotic. I'm glad you're at peace, Emma. Sometimes those chaotic ones can be fun, but sometimes it's also nice to just have a calm moment. There we go, the fire's starting to slowly dwindle down. It is really quiet in our neighborhood, Emiliana. You can hear there's a little bit of wind blowing in the trees right now. I'm actually pretty proud of this fire pit because I actually made this myself. Just out of border stones. And we're just letting the fire burn down because we never want to leave a fire burning unattended. It's not too cold. I think it's probably about 60 degrees or so right now. So it's definitely cooler, and I would probably be a little cold without the fire, but since it's summer, it's not too cold in the evenings right now. Starting to separate out the logs a little bit. Just letting it die down. So what we're going to try and do over the course of this summer, while the weather's nice, is we pretty much have every Sunday set aside for these bonfire lives. So from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we'll do about an hour in the tween time, and then an hour around the bonfire. You know, I meant to kind of put this fire out, but I feel like I stoked it a little bit more than I wanted to. There we go. We're just gonna kick a little bit of ash on that. I somehow keep bringing it more to life, but I know they are, Emma. When I was little, let's see, probably from the ages of about 7 to 14 or so, the neighborhood I lived in was not really out in the country, but kind of out in the country as far as Southern California goes. And it was really cool because our neighborhood of 5 or 6 houses would have a bonfire, a really big one, every couple months. And I just have so many good memories of that. It was just us and the neighbors and the neighbor kids getting together. And we were able to do it safely because the neighbor that lived behind us was an ultralight pilot. And so he kept his property completely bare dirt. which made it pretty safe to have fires and get permits for fires because there wasn't any burnable items or structures very close. But it was always the highlight for all of us kids, especially. You know, we'd play around the fire and sing campfire songs, and then we'd run around and play hide and seek and games in the dark. I have lots of fond memories of bonfires. And I think I'm going to give you a little bit of sizzle sounds. I'm going to take a drink of this water here, and then I'm going to pour a little bit of it onto the coals. Yeah, it really is good memories. And it's gonna create a bit of steam, but also a really nice sizzle. There's a lot of ash I just got on my cup, and I managed to catch smoke. All right, everyone. So, I'll finish getting the fire safely put out, and then we're going to go ahead and end the live here for tonight. So, thank you all for coming, and I hope you got a little bit of peace and relaxation and had a little bit of fun tonight. Again, we try and do these every Sunday, and I'll usually do a couple of outdoor lives as well. But thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks for all of your likes, your gifts, to my wonderful subscribers, my raindrops. Excuse me. I do try and post all of the replays of our lives to YouTube, and there's a lot of original content there as well. So I'm going to do a quick countdown to help you all sleep.